guys, this is Mario. So this coming weekend we're going to Angel Fire, but to go to Angel Fire we need to get our bikes ready. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the whole bike apart and I'm gonna re-grease it, clean it. That way it's smooth and it's not making noises. And also we need to make sure all the bolts are secure, the chain it's lubed, and everything works good. Because whenever you go to Angel Fire or Tres or any other bike park, you want to have your bike ready so nothing will break or you're not gonna have any problem with it. And also I'm kind of gonna give some tips or some idea or tell you what you need whenever you go to a bike park. I know the mountain bike community is growing fast, so I know there's a lot of new people, new riders. Sometimes I get messages from people asking me what kind of bike should I use for jumping or dropping or doing the kind of riding we do. I know there's different options, there's different opinions, but I'm gonna give some ideas what we use and what we do whenever we go to bike parks. I've been having some problems with my seat post right here, so it's making a lot of noise, like creaking too much. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it, clean it, and put some grease on it. Maybe that will help with that problem. So yeah, you can hear the noise. It's really nasty. So what I'm gonna do is take it out and yeah, it's not making noise no more. Okay, so when I bought my toolbox, this thing came with it. So this is to clean up the chain, because you can feel the chain it's really dirty. Maybe you can hear that noise. So it has like sand in it, so sometimes you need to clean it, remove that grease. And so I'm gonna try with this, see what happened. By the way, I know some people might see this video and think, oh, I know that's not new for me, but there's a lot of people that they're new with this, so I think to give them some idea how to maintain their bikes is not always bad, right? I think if you're a pro at this, so congratulations. We all were at that position once that we didn't know what to do with our bikes. So now you can see that water is really dirty. It's black. So what I did, I put a little bit of dish soap. So that soap is to remove the grease from your dish. So I think it works good to remove all the grease from the chain. So I'm gonna throw this water away, I'm gonna put some more new, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do it again, so see what. Okay, so you should know at least how to do the basic maintenance on your bike. That way, if something is wrong, you can fix it right away. You don't have to take it to a shop and wait 2 or 3 weeks to get it back. So I think these simple things are easier to do. If your chain is making noise or you need to grease it or adjust the derailleur, I mean, you have to learn, you have to know what to do with it, because that's gonna save you time and money. So after I clean it, yeah, it looks much better. So I'm gonna put some just to keep the chain running. Okay. Yep. Okay, now the chain it's clean, it's lubed, now it's good to go. Okay, now since I cleaned the chain, I took the rear wheel off to make sure it was okay. I did the seat post. Also I check all the bolts are good to go. So everything is looking good. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take apart the head tube. I'm gonna clean it. I'm gonna put some grease and put it back, because sometimes it get dirty from here and start making noises. So it's always good to make sure it's okay. There we go. So right here is really dirty, so I'm gonna have to clean it up before put it back. There we go. So everything looks clean, but it's always good to make sure it's cleaner. I like to use this kind of rags. I think they do a good job. So if it is your first time doing this, if you wanna take a picture before you taking everything apart or every step, you should. That way you put everything back where it was, the same. I met a guy once in Arkansas, and I think he took all of this apart, and I think he lost this little thing right here that goes on top. So when he put it together, the handlebar, it wouldn't turn because of that thing. So I think every little part of this is really important. Now it's time to clean up the fork. Last time we replaced all the seals on the fork, so the fork is already new seals, so it should be good for. Okay, so I use this grease. I got this on AutoZone. It might not be the best for biking, but I've been using this one. So I like to put a lot of grease inside, because the grease helps to keep the water away from the bearings. I mean, we know the water is good, but also the water is destroy everything. Okay, so the fork is ready. Make sure to not tie this one too much, because you put too much pressure right here and might not turn. You be careful with that. The only reason for this is to keep it together. Fork pressure. So if you are between 120 and 150, the PSI has to be 55 and 63. And if you are 150 to 180, the PSI has to be 60, from 66 to 76. If you are between 180 and 210, it has to be from 80 to 89. So it gives you the direction that you need for the PSI. Okay, so I'm done. I think my bike is ready for some riding on Engine Fire. The only thing I need to do is replace the brake pads, because when you go to bike park, you really need new brake pads, because you use them a lot. Can you imagine 2,000 feet of descending? So you're gonna be on your brake all the time. So when you go to a bike park, downhill bike park, the first thing you need is a full face. Get a full face that you feel comfortable in. So when you're riding downhill, you really need a full face. You might crash. Hopefully that never happened to you. But if you crash, if you hit the ground with your face, this will protect you a lot. Another thing you're gonna need is some goggles. So why do you need goggles? Maybe you know already why, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So when you're going downhill, you might go fast, or somebody else might go in front of you, and that person is doing a lot of dust. So the trail might be dusty, might be raining, or maybe a branch or whatever can hit your face, and the goggles will protect your eyes. Another thing you need is really good knee pads. Why do you need really good knee pads? Because you might be going fast on that trail, and most of the bike parks there's some rocky sections. If you crash, you're gonna really need some good knee pads. Okay, one more thing that it's optional, but I really recommend it, and it's really important is, and I started using it because you never know when you're gonna crash. So it's a chest protector. So if you crash, it's gonna protect your ribs, your back. I heard that breaking a bone is really bad, so I think this is gonna help a lot. Also, another thing you're gonna need, and this is optional but I think it's good, is a neck brace. Why do you need a neck brace? So, a neck brace is to protect your neck. So, can you imagine if you crash and you don't have this, your neck is gonna go all the way to your shoulder, right? You might damage your neck or break your collarbone. When you have a neck brace, you only have maybe this much room. That's just an example, okay? You see? So the neck brace and the helmet won't let your neck to go all the way to the side or the back and damage your neck. If you have the opportunity to get a downhill bike, I recommend it to you. I recommend you to get that bike because the fork is 200 millimeters. So you have a lot of suspension. It's more smooth, it's more stable, and if you do big jump, big drops, you have a lot of room, a lot of suspension too. Also, this bike is really heavy, so it's more stable on jumps and technical trails. Also, if you have an enduro bike like mine is 170 front, the wheels are 29, you're perfect, you're okay. I've been taking that bike to different bike parks and I've been doing not the biggest jump, but I've been doing like rocky technical trails, and that bike handle everything good. If you have a hardtail, I wouldn't recommend you to take it. If you can take it, take it. If you don't have any other option, take it. But you're not gonna have fun as if you took a downhill bike or enduro bike with more suspension. There you go, guys. Hopefully I'm gonna be uploading a video from Angel-Fire soon. So thank you for watching, and hopefully this video helps at least a little bit. And I guess I didn't have anything else to do, so I decided to do this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.